The last 36 hours have seen some challenging emotional content for me. And at this point, I'm inspired to make this video based on one that I just watched on how another creator has dealt with challenging emotional content. And here we go. All right, yesterday morning, scrolling through Instagram, I find a creator on there who is a survivor of some horrible things. And really, I think some of the worst things that humanity has been able to come up with. And I could not help but completely feel the horror of the story that she told. Now, based on her content, at this point, she has healed quite a bit from it and at least seems to be doing pretty well. So that helps. But, all right, so I become aware of these horrors. What is my first reaction? Violence. I want to attack those who did these things to her and to other children. My first impulse is to attack. Same way the Americans and the French and the British and the Soviets had to attack Nazi Germany. Similar kind of situation. Of course, none of the Allies were altogether saints. You know, the more you study history, the more you find out about the darkness within the Allied forces also. But that was my first impulse. Well, it wasn't long before some things came to mind. You know, I have been learning about spirituality quite a bit, especially over the last year, and one of my more influential teachers, Aaron Abke, talked about this kind of thing. You know, the anger that arises out of severe injustice and the impulse for vengeance. And that the godly way, the raw law of one way, the higher spiritual way is to love even the perpetrator. So that comes up into my mind. But immediately I resist doing that, and I say, well, loving people who have done such things is above my pay grade right now. Maybe my spirit guides can do it. I suspect they can, but not me. And so over the day yesterday, these horrible images just kept going through my mind over and over again, despite meditation, despite EFT tapping. The only thing that helped was when it came time to go to the gym, and I did that. And I lifted heavy weights. Normally when I do that, I am visualizing my root chakra, my sacral chakra, my solar plexus chakra, the grounding chakras. And I imagine building them, spinning them, making them shine. And I did that, certainly. But what I felt I was doing was building strength in order to be the warrior so that I can fight and vanquish things like what I was thinking about all day. And then my spirit guides did weigh in, always subtle. It's always subtle for me when they weigh in. I don't directly hear any voice or see anybody. It's all in my mind's eye, but weigh in they did. And they told me that yes, indeed, justice for incredibly negative, narcissistic, separated, evil individuals is, in fact, above my pay grade as a human in this 3+1 dimensional reality that I currently am in. Indeed, there will be justice. And there might come a situation where I come face to face with something like that. And at that point, Source, God, my spirit guides, will guide me in what physical action to take. And yes, being prepared for doing something forceful is legitimate. It won't necessarily be the course of action at the time. I will be instructed when the time comes on what to do. That's what they told me. That helped. It didn't entirely dismiss my anger. It validated the anger that I had and have. And yet, it allowed me to give up to the higher realms, the higher spiritual beings, ultimately to God, how to handle these situations and what to do about these negative forces in the universe. According to the law of one, the negative and positive path will join at the latter part of the sixth density. Okay. But the other message was that I need to continue on my present path of awakening, of enlightenment, for the purpose of bringing about, with the help of all of you, with the help of all of us, the new earth. There will be little, if any, room for such negative forces to even exist in the new earth. This type of victimization will not happen in the new earth. You know, the fourth density, according to the raw material, is a density of love. And, well, apparently the negative entities tend to skip the fourth density. They hightail it out of there, right? You know, apparently that's what we can expect, that when we reach the fourth density here on Earth, the negative entities are going to be flying out of here, going elsewhere, and looking to follow the negative path in a more hospitable environment for them. Well, that's hopeful. That's cool. All right. So I feel better. I know that I need to continue what I'm doing. We continue what we're doing, bringing about this new earth. And these things that scare us, that anger us, will be gone. And, well, you know, it brings up in my mind some of the other things that, as a student of truth, I've learned about the negative entities. The impulse is to fear them. You know, what can they do to me? Well, the spiritual teaching on the situation is that the fear is exactly what they're looking for to feed on. That's where they get their nourishment from. And I guess for the most part, I'm pretty good about saying and believing, yeah, I don't fear the negative entities because of all the spiritual connection that I have and the resources available and the love and the light that exists within me. I am an inhospitable host to the negative entities. And another thing that I came across is that the best host for the negative entities are those who have gaping spiritual wounds, unaddressed wounds, right? And, well, certainly I've had such wounds, and of course, these wounds don't necessarily heal quickly, right? But just like at work, in wound management, what do we do with a wound? First of all, we drain it, keep it drained, and then we pack it. And, you know, the patient gets antibiotics. Sometimes, although they don't always need antibiotics, if you can fully drain the wound and it's packed with gauze and saline or other packing material, then it will heal. What do we pack our spiritual wounds with? Love and light. And those wounds, even when they still exist, they're full of love and light. And just like wounds packed with saline and gauze are inhospitable environments to bacteria, so our spiritual wounds packed with love and light are inhospitable environments to the negative entities. and then our wounds heal. All right. I think that I have managed to get off my chest everything I wished to say in this video. I think compared with other videos that I've posted so far, this one seems to be the most complete and the most satisfying. So, without editing, I will just go ahead and post this. I hope it was helpful. I know that dealing with negative emotions is a very widespread thing, and I hope that what I have been through and what my spirit guides helped me with can also be helpful to you. So, like the video, subscribe to my channel, please. Also, I think I am able to link my Student of Truth email to the description now. I think I figured that one out, so we'll try that. As always, I would love to discuss these thoughts and other thoughts with you.